Hey, it's Juliana from The Discoveries Of, and today we are going to be exploring Tucson in Arizona. Now, Tucson is an incredible town in Arizona, but it's also surrounded by stunning landscapes, like where I am right now, which is Saguaro National Park. There's Saguaro National Park West, Saguaro National Park East. There are other mountain parks. We are going to go and adventure and explore the best that Tucson and its surrounds have to offer. Not me waking up in Tucson this morning, so we are here for a couple of days and I'm absolutely ready to adventure around Tucson. Got some really cool things lined up. Up for some outdoor adventure, let's grab our hiking shoes and head into Tucson Mountain Park. This massive park is a nature lover's paradise with over 20,000 acres of stunning desert landscapes to explore. Whether you're a seasoned hiker or you're just looking for a scenic stroll, you'll find a trail here that's perfect for you. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled for the wildlife. From majestic bighorn sheep to colourful lizards, there's always something fascinating to see here in Tucson Mountain Park. It's crazy, isn't it? It's a really cool place, and imagine just having this on your doorstep. I mean, the inhabitants of Tucson are pretty lucky, but there's no rest for the wicked because we are on to our next destination. I'm gonna not reveal the location just yet because we're gonna go and see it. I've now headed to the Arizona-Sonora Desert Museum. This amazing museum is a must visit for anyone who loves the natural world. It's got fascinating outdoor exhibits on local wildlife, interactive displays that let you get up close and personal with the desert. There really is something for everyone here. This destination really does feel like something that's completely unique to Arizona. It showcases the wildlife and the habitats of the Sonora Desert and gives you loads of information about the wildlife that you see in the vicinity, which is really fascinating and it makes for a wonderful day out. Let's talk about practicalities. It's $29 entry, it's pretty steep, but you could really spend at least a couple of hours here. You could spend a whole day if you really wanted. This stunning national park is located in southern Arizona and it's famous for its incredible cacti. Let's dive in and discover what makes Saguaro so special. The park is named after the giant saguaro cacti that makes this place host, and my god, these are a sight to behold. They grow up to 70 feet tall and can live for hundreds of years. But the saguaros are just the tip of the iceberg. Saguaro National Park is a biodiversity hotspot and it's home to a wide variety of plants, animals and landscapes. There are plenty of great hikes and places to see within Saguaro National Park, ranging from easy nature walks to challenging backcountry hikes. For an easy and scenic hike, I'd really recommend the Douglas Spring Trail. This is a 2.5 mile trail, takes you through a lush desert oasis and is a great introduction to the park. As with any national park, one of the things that I would absolutely recommend you doing first is going to the visitor centre. On the west side, that's the Rincon Mountain Visitor Centre, and that means that you'll be able to grab a hiking map, you can chat to the rangers, you can see if there's a guided walk or a guided hike that you want to join. It's just a really good way to orient yourself before you delve into the park itself. Well, I don't think it's going to come as any surprise why it's called the Saguaro National Park, because just there everywhere. It's really cool. I just think it's great to do a few hikes while you're in the park. We're currently hiking the King Canyon Loop and quite windy. Really beautiful views behind me. I think you can just see behind, you can see the whole of the valley and it's absolutely stunning. And I think that it's a national park that, to be honest, I didn't know that much about before I came here. The landscapes here are just so crazy and so vast. if you squinted and you closed your eyes and you ignored all of the modern buildings that you can just see twinkling away on the horizon, it's like you could be back in a century ago, 2 centuries ago, who knows. But it's just a really cool place to come and take a hike. The weather's perfect right now, actually. Sky's blue and I love this. I have to be honest, woke up this morning, it's raining in Tucson. I mean, this is not on the plan. It's not even raining at home in the UK, but you know, sometimes there we are. First stop today is Cup Cafe. Now apparently this has some of the best breakfasts available in Tucson, and there was no way I wasn't going to get me a piece of that. I'm starving hungry, so let's go and see. Next, we're headed to one of Tucson's most iconic landmarks, the San Javier del Bac Mission. This stunning example of Spanish colonial architecture has been a spiritual centre for the Tohono O'odham people for over 300 years. It's impossible not to be awed by this building. Look at the beautiful carvings on the front of it, and inside you're going to find stained glass windows and wonderful frescoes. What's this I see? A little bit of street art behind me. Now, I had heard that Tucson had an amazing street art scene, and the little pockets that I've seen so far, definitely delivering. Look at that. It's really cool, very colourful street art murals on so many corners. The beautiful St. Augustine Cathedral is one of the places in Tucson you have to visit. This is a stunning example of Spanish colonial revival architecture. It's over 100 years old. Serves as the mother church for the Roman Catholic Diocese of Tucson. The cathedral was originally built in the late 1800s but destroyed by fire in the early 1900s. But the locals weren't about to let their beloved church disappear, so they rallied together, rebuilt the cathedral, and this is how we see it standing today. Say hi to the charming neighbourhood of Barrio Viejo. This historic neighbourhood is one of Tucson's oldest, and it's a true gem for anyone who loves history and culture. Located just south of downtown Tucson, Barrio Viejo is a vibrant and colourful neighbourhood with a rich history dating back to the 1800s. Just behind me is the El Tiradito Wishing Shrine, a fascinating historical site where visitors leave offerings and make wishes for love, health and happiness. And I think that's a really cute thing to have here in Tucson, just in the Barrio Viejo. So while you're here, you should definitely come down and check it out. Now that we've seen some really cool things to do in Tucson, let's pop in with some super practical tips to help you plan your trip. Let's talk about food and drink. So Prep and Pastry, great breakfast spot. You can expect to have a short wait for a table, definitely worth it. Contemporary American with a Mexican slant. This is the Southwest after all. Very good food. Cup Cafe, also an insanely good place to go for breakfast. We went to Tio and Pep for dinner. Couldn't recommend it enough. It's a fantastic spot for contemporary Southwestern food. Also serves brilliant cocktails using local ingredients, so 5 stars, 5 stars. As for where I stayed at the Graduate Tucson. I actually thought it was a pretty cool hotel, beautiful decor. Rooms are pretty spacious. I would say that my bed was really hard. I don't know why, but it was really hard. And breakfast isn't included, but it is well located. Beautiful rooms, great views, and it's got an awesome rooftop bar and restaurant at the top, so you know, it's a pretty cool place to stay.